Ever since Poshmark started changing the search algorithm earlier this year, I have gotten super interested in trying to figure out how the algorithm works and really how to increase my sales as a result by beating the algorithm. So today I'm going to share with you what I've learned and how I'm increasing my sales because of it. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Marta. I am a stay-at-home mom of three, and I am also a part-time clothing reseller on platforms such as Poshmark Canada, eBay, and the occasional local sale thrown in there. I have been reselling for about 3 years now, and at this point, Poshmark Canada is my main platform. So I have a vested interest in figuring out how to maximize my sales on Poshmark, and that is one of the things that I really love sharing here on YouTube. Now, other things about the channel. Earlier this year, I decided to start taking a portion of my profits and investing them. So I opened up an investment account with Wealthsimple Trade, and I have been providing monthly updates in addition to the reseller and side hustle content here on the channel. So if that sounds at all up your alley, please do consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed today's video or you get some value for it, or hopefully both of those things, please do hit the like button. It will help the YouTube algorithm learn that this channel exists. Before I get going, I'd like to thank PrimeLister for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to spill the beans on PrimeLister later in the video. They're a multi-platform listing tool, as well as, having things like Poshmark Assistant, but we're going to talk about that later. First, I want to talk about the Poshmark search algorithm and what I've learned so far. If you've been selling on Poshmark for a while, then you know that the search algorithm, which used to be pretty predictable, has been a bit of a beast this year. So the Coles Notes version, Poshmark used to use a purely just shared search algorithms. Earlier this year, Poshmark switched to a combination of that just shared model to this mysterious relevance, which I'm going to say at the time was quite underdeveloped. So the social media outrage from sellers with absolutely tanking sales was deafening. Poshmark reverted back to the old just shared algorithm, and then about a month later they launched a somewhat more refined, somewhat gentler, modified search algorithm, which again is a combination of that just shared with the mysterious relevance algorithm. So I'm going to say we've all been adapting to this, and hopefully sales are being made. In order to beat the algorithm, the first thing we need to do is think about the search algorithm and what it is designed to do. So search algorithms for sites like Poshmark or eBay or Amazon or really any shopping website, what they are designed to do is to take the terms that are input by the user, take those search terms and show them the listings that are most likely to result in a sale. That's it. So the search algorithm on Poshmark, what it is trying to do is take the terms that are entered by the user and convert that user into a buyer, which of course drives revenue. In some of my past videos, I've shared some of the things that search algorithms often favor. So search algorithms like descriptive titles and good descriptions. And this is just so that they have the inputs to match your listing with what a prospective buyer is looking for with those search terms that they are entering. Search algorithms also really like active accounts. So an active account is one where new listings are being created regularly. The user is engaging with the site. So that's things like sending offers to likers and sharing your closet and all those good things. And it is also an account that is already making sales. So when you think about it from an algorithm perspective, if an account is regularly creating new listings and also making sales, that account is probably doing good things, and that bodes well for a successful transaction. With all that in mind, I've had a busy few weeks. I have been putting all of that plus what I've learned through experimentation to work in order to beat the algorithm and increase my sales. To sum up what I've been doing, I've been making sure that my account is productive and active. So I have been clawing my way out of my listing rut, and I have happily been listing new items on most days. When I'm listing those items, I'm making sure that the title is descriptive. I'm structuring them, brand, style, name, some of the key features, and then I'm making sure that my description is solid. So it's letting the buyer know about the piece, but it's also containing lots of the descriptive words that a potential buyer might be typing into the search bar. I'm filling out the style tags, I'm making sure the pictures are there, all the good things. And basically I'm making sure that the search algorithm has all of the inputs that it needs to match my listing with an interested buyer. In terms of pricing, I'm kind of going mid-range on comparables, which still leaves me room for offers. And basically I'm just following my mantra that you need to be listing items that people want to buy at reasonable prices in order to make sales. Clearly, there's nothing groundbreaking here, but here's the thing. I've been doing something more. Lately, I've taken the opportunity to work with and learn about PrimeLister, and PrimeLister has also kindly sponsored this video. So first things first, what is PrimeLister? PrimeLister is a tool that helps sellers to manage their listings across a variety of platforms. It helps sellers use their time more efficiently, and of course, when we're using our time more efficiently, we can do more for our business and increase sales, and that's the whole point, right? Here's the thing as well. I have heard about lots of listing tools over the years with various features, and they are never available in Canada. And PrimeLister works on the Canadian extensions. It is available for Poshmark.ca. It is available for eBay.ca. It is also available for Australian extensions of Poshmark and eBay. So for our Aussie reselling friends, and you can try out PrimeLister with a 14-day free trial. You don't even have to enter a credit card number, so you can try it out, see how it works for your business with no strings attached. I'll get into the nuts and bolts of how PrimeLister works a little bit later, but first I wanted to share exactly how I've been using PrimeLister in my business to boost my sales. So in my first Poshmark Algorithm experiment, the biggest thing that I learned was that new listings have a huge advantage in the search algorithm. I literally took a listing that was so low in the search results, I couldn't even find it. I boosted it to number 15 simply by relisting it. And it makes sense. An older listing that the algorithm has been showing to people day after day, week after week, month after month, the probability of it selling today is low. And therefore, the algorithm, which is programmed to convert searches into sales, isn't going to be as inclined to show it to buyers. And it's the self-fulfilling prophecy. If the algorithm doesn't want to show it to buyers, it's not going to sell. And it just, the cycle continues. Whereas a newer listing, and I suspect especially a listing that has a lot of activity on it, the algorithm is naturally going to favor that because it's more likely to sell. It's a shiny new listing and it hasn't had a chance to sell before. Now, just because a listing is older does not mean it's never going to sell. It could be in a competitive category, it could have a seasonality thing, or it could just be a listing that needs to find the right buyer. So, sharing 100% helps to keep it visible, but newer listings have a strong advantage. Here's how PrimeLister works into the age of listing dilemma for me. After 60 days on Poshmark, if you use the copy listing feature and hopefully remember to remove copy from your title, you can then relist the item, which makes it shiny and new in the eyes of the algorithm. You have now made your old listing into a new listing. Then you need to go back in, delete the old listing, and on you go. I have never gotten on top of relisting my items. That's why I've been able to share experiments on listings that are 100 days old and 200 days old. It's not that I'm saving these listings for experiments, it's that I cannot get on top of relisting my inventory. And the reason for that is I don't have enough time. I am a stay-at-home mom. So the bulk of my work on my business happens after the kids go to bed. And when I do sit down on the computer, I can only do so many things. What can I do? I can list new inventory that I've photographed. I can pay the bills. I can work on my family's finances and investments. I can, work on our budget. I can edit YouTube videos, or I can relist. And for me, listing new inventories will always take precedence over relisting. Now, PrimeLister has a ton of features, but hands down, my favorite tool, the one that I have found the most useful, is the relisting tool. I have been using it a lot. It has saved me a ton of time, let me effectively multitask while working on my business, and it has driven a lot of new traffic to my my older listings. It has been awesome. Before I go any further, I'm going to show you a bit about PrimeLister so you can see just how easy it all is. PrimeLister is a Chrome extension, but it also works with other browsers. So for example, I use it in Microsoft Edge. All right, I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you more about PrimeLister. So the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to go to the website, which is quite logically PrimeLister.com. And this is what the page looks like. So there is a ton of information here. You can scroll through. It goes through all the promotional information about how it can help you, talks about all the different marketplaces, how you can use it for cross-listing. There's tons of information. The big thing for me here is across the top. So you can see there are two main products. So they actually have two different plans. One is called cross-listing, and that's the one that works with all the different platforms, with the eBays and the Etsy's and all that good stuff. And then there's Poshmark automation. So you can learn more about those just by clicking there. You can learn about pricing. The document section I love. So they have step-by-step instructions plus YouTube tutorials on how to go through and do everything. How to install the extension on Chrome, how to use all of the different functions, pretty much everything you go to, there's a tutorial for. So it is super easy to learn about. So in order to get started, you're going to go and you're going to type in just your name and your email address here, and that will start your free 14-day trial. There's no credit card to enter, so it's literally no strings attached. When the trial's over, when you go to do something in PrimeLister, it'll just give you a little error message and take you to a page where you can choose to go for a monthly program or annual. And I will throw an affiliate link in the description. And if you use that, that'll give you 30% off on your first month. So that is how we set up on PrimeLister. Once you have started your free trial, when you go into Poshmark, it looks like this. And this is just a listing that I have been working on. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your closet. This is my closet, and you'll notice there's this dropout drawer over to the side. And so when you're on your free trial, you have access to everything. So you have the listing actions, that's that cross-listing functionality, as well as Poshmark Assistant. So when you are in your closet, for Poshmark, you can do all sorts of things. You can experiment with these. For example, if I go to follow and unfollow, you can see it's pretty straightforward, but you can actually every function has this little tab. You can click on read here to learn more. So here I wanted to learn about the follow and unfollow, and here it is. I can watch a YouTube tutorial on how to use the follow and unfollow function. So it is so straightforward. It's awesome. Another fun Poshmark feature that I want to show you. Honestly, I haven't been using the share functions because I don't find it super onerous. I like being really involved in my closet, but it is there. You can also use PrimeLister to organize your closet. So if I go to organize my closet, I can drag and drop items into the order that I want them to be. I click Save Closet Layout, and it'll go through and arrange my items in my Poshmark closet to be in the order that I want. So I always get lost in my closet when I'm trying to arrange it by manually sharing. So that's a function that I really like. All right, the other thing that I really want to show you is Relist, because it is 100%, sorry, I'm going to cancel that. There we go. Relist is 100% my favorite feature, and it is available in both Poshmark Assistant and the listing actions. So when I click on relist, the first thing I actually need to do is go through my closet and select the items that I want to relist. So in my case, what am I going to choose here? Come on. I am going to choose to relist. We're going to do this Hudson crop denim graphic jacket. And so I will click on relist. And again, if I want a tutorial on how to do it, I can just click here. And then I have all sorts of options. So I can choose to relist all listings, the first page only, or my selected listings. I like using the selected listings because then I can kind of do them in small batches. I can choose to update the price. So you can bulk update your prices. So you could drop everything by 10%, or you could increase it by 10% if you're, or 20%, or whatever you want if you're trying to recover from the closet clear out price drops. There are all kinds of filters that you can use, and then you're just going to click on relist items. So here are you sure you want to relist this one listing? Yes, I want to relist it now, or I can choose to schedule it for another time. So I'm going to relist it now. And it's been added to my queue. So you can see over in the corner, it is working on it. So what is really cool about relist is that it is not using the copy function at all. It is creating this listing from scratch. So it's taking my original listing, it's creating a whole new listing, even if it's under 60 days old. I mean, this listing is under 60 days old, and it's going to make it completely new. So it's creating a completely new listing, and then it's going to go back in and delete the old listing. And you can also set a task interval. So I have it set that it'll do a task every 1 to 5 minutes. So it's going to vary approximately how frequently it does it. And when you have multiple tasks, there'll be a countdown. And yeah, it's just working on creating that listing. And I can actually click away from here and go do other things on other pages. I can work in Excel, I can work in Word, I can do anything on my computer. And Poshmark is just going to work in the background, and it'll give me a little note at the bottom that the task is completed and this has now been relisted. So if I go back to my closet and I refresh, you can see this listing is now right up at the top. It is a brand new listing. The one liker that was on that is gone, and here is my listing. And again, the price, everything in this listing is exactly the same because that is what I told PrimeLister to do. So I've been using this relisting feature on a daily basis. I've been relisting a few items a day, even when I'm listing new items. And it's really been helping me work through my backlog of really old listings. And when those old listings are being relisted, all of a sudden I'm seeing increased traffic on them. Some of them have sold, which has been spectacular. And on days that I'm not listing new items, I can use this relist feature to make sure that my closet activity is up there. The Poshmark algorithm is seeing that I'm creating 2, 3, 4, 5 or more new listings every day, because when you're relisting, it's showing up as a completely new listing. So it's really helping me to use my time effectively, increase my closet activity. And I mean, as I've said, I have never gotten the hang of using my time to relist. There are always other pulls on my time. So I've really been enjoying using PrimeLister to get that relisting done and give those older listings a fighting chance to sell. Okay, so there are a ton of other features, and I would really encourage you to sign up for that 14-day trial just so you can try them out and see what's available. The other tool that I wanted to show you today was cross-listing. So I have used cross-listing to take listings from Poshmark and list them to eBay. I have also used it to go from eBay to Poshmark. So you can go any direction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select these Levi's and I'm going to click cross list. So as soon as I do that, it's going to pull up all the different platforms that you can cross list to. So you've got all of the eBays, you've got the Poshmarks, you've got Mercari. So I'm going to go to eBay Canada and click continue. Now, yes, I do want to cross list this. Okay, so for this to work, you do have to be logged into your account. But here's the thing, your data is still secure. You're never giving PrimeLister your passwords. You're logging in on your own computer, and PrimeLister can only do the work that you're telling it to do. So you're not giving anyone else access to your accounts. So what this is doing is it has gone into create a listing in eBay, and it has copied over all of my information from Poshmark. So it has my price. It's pulled shipping information from like kind of my typical rates in terms of shipping within Canada and shipping to the US. It's pulled in my description. And again, I'm not working in a template. I'm working actually on eBay. And then it's pulled over my photos. So it's highlighting the last photo, which shows the repair on these vintage jeans. But it's got all of my photos over there. And because of the way that eBay works, it's copied over my title. And eBay has then looked at my title and said, okay, the brand's Levi's, the type is jeans, they're 501s. It did get the department wrong. So now I can just go through, update where I want it to be listed. So we're going to go clothing, specialty vintage, women's vintage clothing. That's pretty cool. And I can fill out all of the fields, list it, and there it's cross-listed. And the thing that I especially love is that I don't have to go back for older listings and try and find those, my photos. I mean, I could take a listing that I created in Poshmark 6 months ago that I thought would sell quickly on Poshmark, but really I need that bigger American market. So I can then, at a later date, go back, cross-list it to eBay without needing to find those original photos, which for me anyway is a huge pain. So that is a feature of PrimeLister that I really like. And again, when I'm in eBay, I've got this side panel and all of the different functions. So there you go, one extra PrimeLister feature. So to summarize all of this, what I really love about PrimeLister is that it's doing the work in my accounts on my computer that I'm telling it to do. It's not doing anything that I'm not asking it to do, but it's working on my behalf, which is letting me use my limited time so much more efficiently for my business. Now, the other thing that we need to talk about, of course, is pricing. For pricing, I have just gone to the pricing tab on the PrimeLister website, and you can see they have two different plans. So you get access to absolutely everything when you do your free 14-day trial, and then when you're done and you love it and you want to sign up for it, you can come here. So they have the basic plan and the pro plan, and they have billing options on both an annual and monthly basis. Now, for those of us in Canada, it's important to realize that these prices are in US dollars. So you do need to take that into account. But for me, I don't know, I have about 200 listings in my closet, and I never thought, honestly, that my business was big enough that it would make sense to use this type of service. But what I've seen for increased traffic and being able to move older listings, even just in the first few weeks that I've been using it has really shown me some of the values. So it's pretty cool and it's worth thinking about. So you can look at the plans on a monthly or an annual basis. On the annual basis, you save 30%, so there's definitely some benefits there. So we'll look at it on the annual basis. So annually, it's the equivalent of about $21 US per month. So it's $250, or for the Pro plan, it's just over $33 US per month. And it'll show you what all of the features that are available here. So here we go. So when you do the basic plan, you're not getting like the cross listing and a lot of the different platform options, but you're getting all sorts of, you have unlimited relisting and delisting, delete, bulk tasks. And that's like, you're sharing or you're organizing your closet, that sort of thing. And then if you go for the Pro plan, that brings in your cross listing and inventory management. And they're working on auto delisting, which is pretty cool. So if you're cross-listed and it sells on one platform, once that's out, it'll go in and delete on another platform. So I love that. So that is the Pro plan. And again, I have an affiliate link. So if you finish your 2-week trial and you want to try it out on the monthly basis, but still get the benefit of the annual rate, so like that 30% discount, you can use my affiliate link, and that will give you a 30% discount on your first month with PrimeLister. Right, so that is a summary of PrimeLister. I'm going to put all the PrimeLister information down in the description. I mean, there's just so much in terms of features, so I would really encourage you to go check them out. The 14-day trial, no strings attached, and my affiliate link is going to be also in the description. So after your 14-day trial, if you want to try it out for another month, you can get a 30% discount on that month by using that affiliate code. So yeah, PrimeLister, I've really been enjoying getting to know it and seeing how it can help my business. Even though I don't have a massive closet, I'm seeing benefits. I'm seeing increased traffic. I'm seeing increased likes. Some of my old listings are finally moving. It's awesome. So all of that to say, I have been learning a lot about the algorithm this year. I'm super interested in it. And what I've been doing over these last couple of weeks, as I said in my last video, I have been clawing my way out of my listing funk. So I have been listing lots of new items. At the same time, I've been using PrimeLister, specifically the relist function. That is the function that I have been using all the time to get through my backlog of older listings. So what I am telling the algorithm is that my account is active. I have lots going on in my account, and as a result, I'm seeing increased traffic, increased sales. So that is what I have for you today. I will be back next week with another video, and I actually have to go in and make sure that I didn't complete that cross list of the Levi's to eBay because they actually just sold. So I need to make sure that is happening. I will be back next week with another video. In the meantime, you can check out another video. I'll link one here up on the screen. That is it for today. I hope you are having a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.